Hi guys, my name is Boiti and you're watching Joburg Today.
Hello Joburgers, welcome to Joburg Today and I'm your host Raymond Mareku. Paledi is the founder of 3 entity brands, in particular the Pulse fashion line. We caught up with the creative entrepreneur and fashion columnist to find out how he stays afloat.
Trying to meet up with fashion designers who are always on the road, making sure that people are dressed to the T isn't an easy job. After weeks of rescheduling, I had the opportunity to interview the founder of Pulse, Paledi, who gracefully welcomed us into his store in Johannesburg CBD to talk about his life and passion for designing.
Well, Pulse is obviously my name and surname, the first letters, the prefix of my name and surname, Paledi. And it was so difficult to come up with a fashion name or rather a fashion label for my line, and I felt like Paledi might sound a little bit too long, and I wanted something that is very catchy, that is short, that is memorable, and everybody has got a pulse, right? Fingers on the pulse. But obviously with my pulse it's a PA instead of PU, and I think it's a very catchy name. Well, I would like to believe that.
His passion for fashion drove him to be the creative designer that he is right now, who has traveled the world, designed clothes for celebrities, and he keeps making waves on the fashion runways.
I've been in the fashion industry since 2007, and why did I opt to go into this space? I'm from a corporate background, and it was only in 2010 I deviated careers after obtaining my master's and decided to be an entrepreneur. If we didn't love fashion, we'd all be naked, right? And you know, I'm a creative. I was born to be a creative. I've always been a creative. So you don't wake up one morning and decide that, okay, I think I want to be a creative. It's who you are. When I was in corporate, you know, I was in a very senior position, but I always knew that I'm an artist. And as I said earlier, it was only when I was doing my postgrad and working on my thesis. My thesis was around the South African fashion growth strategies. And I realized that actually, you know what, I'm not fulfilled. There's no element of job satisfaction for me being in a corporate space. So why don't I pursue what I'm passionate about and what I think is my calling? And hence, here we are today. Why did I choose to basically have a store in Joburg? You know, I travel quite a lot. I mean, I've been to Paris, New York, London, Switzerland, etc., Italy. And one thing that I love about, you know, the fashion houses when you go to Europe, including the US, they're always in the streets. The mall culture it's not really that big when you go overseas. And it has always been my dream actually to have a store that is accessible, that is by the street. And if you look at my label, it's actually Pulse Johannesburg. And I'm very passionate about the city. I'm a Joburger and I just love it. And I'm so happy that we're able to find this spot in Marshalltown, which is one of the coolest and cleanest part of the city. What inspires me, the level of job satisfaction. What keeps me going is to basically fulfill my dreams. And how do I fulfill my dreams? Is to ensure that my brand is accessible. It has a very visible brand footprint, and I continue to grow on a day-to-day basis.
Paledi recently collaborated with CAT South Africa Footwear, and from us, we would like to see more collaborations with other big brands. I'm Pumasheho for Joburg Today.
Hey everyone, my name is Ayanda Nhlapo and you're watching Joburg Today.
Follow us on Twitter, that's at Joburg Today, and simply like our Facebook page, that's joburgtoday.tv. Fashion is seen as being all about glam and looking flawless, but there's a business element that often gets overlooked, which LISOF is bringing to the forefront by introducing the first ever BCom in fashion.
With a history in the education sector of 23 years, LISOF continues to have its thumb on the pulse of South Africa's fashion and retail industry. And by introducing a BCom degree in fashion, they are paying attention to the needs and demands of the South African market.
What LISOF has done here is to appreciate the needs of the industry, that is from a demand side. But what type of skills are required by the industry? we're looking for a good retail buyer and planner. That's the critical skill that is required by the industry. And therefore, you need then to have solutions from the supply side, that is from education institutions, such as LISOF, such as universities, that can produce qualifications that are addressing the skills that are required by the industry.
Because we are 23 years in the industry, in the educational space, and because we've been working so closely with the industry and we've listened to them, and we're answering to them, we are answerable to them, and we are answering to their needs, I believe we're in a perfect position to offer a very unique BCom.
For me, the strength in having this degree is that it literally jumpstarts your career. For me, starting out, I felt there was a little bit something missing, I suppose. Not sure what it was, and kind of figured it out and winged it as I kind of went along, where I think this kind of articulates it a little bit better for you. You know what your potential job would be, or how you could apply yourself or your skill set. I think it formulates it better, which I obviously didn't have because it wasn't then around. But yeah, I think it's extremely beneficial to have that.
For us, it can't be just the touchy-feely stuff. We really have to start unpacking what it means to be a good designer. What does it mean to be a good buyer? And the more I interrogated that, the more I recognized that we needed to add business courses to the program.
A first in Africa, LISOF is creating a bridge between creative excellence and commercial viability by introducing the first ever BCom in fashion and creating a platform where designers and the likes can become more lucrative within the retail industry. I'm Riley Hlagane-Bosakwe for Joburg Today.
My name is Philippe Bongani Mazibugo. I'm a star architect and you're watching Joburg Today.
For more news on the city, do check out our playlist. Also for me, Ray, and the rest of the Joburg Today crew, it's goodbye.